What's going on, everybody? My name is Jordan. I like to draw cartoons. And with today's video, I'm going to be talking about how over the course of the last few weeks, I've been drawing Kevin McAllister from Home Alone in different cartoon styles, but specifically looking at the iconic poster of Kevin McAllister with the hands on his cheeks and yelling or screaming, and converting that into different cartoon styles. Home Alone, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Christmas films of all time, and the iconic poster of Kevin McAllister screaming with the hands on his cheeks is one of the most iconic shots and posters in all of film, really. Just really all of film, not just Christmas movies. So it was so much fun to try to take that and try to convert it into different cartoon styles. A few years ago, I did draw Kevin in different cartoon styles. I even drew the Wet Bandits in different cartoon styles, but I didn't try to tailor it around him screaming like that. I really want to try to do that this year because I feel like that's like the perfect template. And what I did for these drawings is that I would hand draw them, and then once I'm done with the hand drawing, I would plug that into Photoshop. I took Photoshop to add the colors and then to even make a Home Alone / whatever cartoon style mashed up logo, and then add a background from that show to make a whole Home Alone poster tailored around that cartoon style. These all turned out so good. I love making these. These are some of my favorite things that I made this year. Putting all 6 together is so good. You guys are in for a treat today. But before I do, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok while you still can. And follow me on Letterboxd as well. And I also still have some merch available for the rest of this month, including this Buddy the Elf yelling Santa crew neck. You can also get that as a t-shirt and some Grinch-inspired stuff as well. Enough rambling from me, let's dive right in. So the first style that I'll be talking about here is Bob's Burgers. This was the perfect one to start with because I've seen photos of either one of the kids like Louise screaming, and I figured that was a perfect template to work off of to try to turn that into Kevin McAllister. And it all seemed to fit really, really good. And then you'll see even in the finished product that I took the Bob's Burgers rectangle logo and then I turned that into a Home Alone logo instead. That you'll see right here in the finished product. Kevin McAllister in the style of Bob's Burgers. The next style you'll see here is South Park. I feel like South Park really was the perfect style for Kevin McAllister. I feel like Kevin would fit right into this universe. So I was really excited to try to dive in and turn him into a South Park character. Obviously with the South Park character, you have to start with those like oval shaped eyes that kind of lean up against each other. And then from there, they're always gonna be looking dead on at you. And then for the mouth, they have like a very specific like mouth design when it's open. But it's kind of like a very thick infinity symbol almost. I'll probably show some photos on the side as a reference for that. But that's what you'll see in here. And then kind of putting like the snowy background behind him that you'll see right here in the finished product of Kevin McAllister from Home Alone in the style of South Park. The next style you'll see here is another one that I felt was a perfect combination for these characters in this style, and that is Loud House. Obviously, when you're looking at a character like Kevin McAllister in the style of Loud House, I'm going to be heavily basing it off of the character Lincoln Loud. He was basically the template for this. Basically, with all of these drawings, I start by looking up this show and then characters screaming. That's a good place for me to start, so I know what their mouth shape should be like, what they have teeth showing, what their tongue should look like. Little intangibles like that are what make each style kind of stand out and be their own thing. And this one, again, was a perfect marriage just by looking at Lincoln Loud and then translating it with the different kind of hair he has, the blonder hair, and then the skinnier face that you'll see right here in the finished product of Kevin McAllister from Home Alone in the Loud House style, along with a Loud House inspired Home Alone logo at the very top. We're over halfway through these styles, and the next style is Bluey. Another just staple in most of my videos and most of my series is including the Bluey style. And this one was a really fun challenge. Anytime I do a Bluey character, sometimes it's best to just wing it and just go off of the character's hair color. And that's the color that you'll see throughout this character's whole kind of design. And just like with all these other ones, you're going to see a Bluey kind of inspired Bluey font Home Alone logo above him with the iconic blue, like light blue, Bluey background you'll see right here in the finished product. Kevin McAllister in the style of Bluey. And the second to last style I will talk about here today is the Rick and Morty style. This was one I knew I definitely wanted to do because anytime I do a style where it's based around someone screaming, I want to do a Rick and Morty one. Because I noticed very early on when watching the show Rick and Morty that when a character is yelling or is screaming or something like that, their mouths, the line work on their mouths typically expands past their mouths like this. If they're looking off to the side, you'll see it expand past their mouth. So I always love doing that and trying out that template with different characters. Obviously, Kevin's going to be looking straight on at you, but you'll still see his line work expand past his hands. And then he'll obviously have the green portal background and the Rick and Morty font for the words Home Alone above him in the finished product right here. Kevin McAllister, along with the squiggly eye pupils the green portal in the background, and the Rick and Morty font. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about might be my favorite just because of how crazy it turned out and how perfectly I feel like it fits with this cartoon style, and that is The Simpsons. The Simpsons are just such an iconic character design and have their own take on a lot of different things. So I wanted to make sure that I did my research to make sure I got this screaming right. Because I just basically looked up like Homer Simpson screaming, Bart Simpson screaming, and then I found this one shot from the Simpsons movie that I thought was perfect. It was the perfect kind of template to work off of to turn Kevin McAllister into a Simpsons character. You'll see a lot of the inspiration I took from this photo, and it really fit perfectly, and I really loved how this one turned out. And then you'll see in the background that it's the iconic couch and living room from The Simpsons in the iconic Simpsons font that says Home Alone right above him in the finished product right here. Kevin McAllister from Home Alone in the style of The Simpsons. So there you have it. There's Kevin McAllister in 6 different cartoon styles, all with their own unique look, background, and font saying Home Alone above them. This was probably one of my favorite series I've done this year. I just didn't expect to do this whole extra part of it. I expected to just draw Kevin, but making these like mini posters that go along with the show was all so much fun. I love making these. Would love to do more stuff like this. I've done some like custom posters in the past where I take an iconic poster and turn it into a different cartoon style. So if you want to see more stuff like that, make sure to let me know in the comments. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with your family this time of year. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it's been an incredible year. I'm so very grateful for this platform I've had. I've had such an incredible year with you guys. It's been an absolute joy. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok while you still can, and Letterboxd as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and keep on drawing.